Oh, that girl in Precious, what's her name? She's so
Sidibe.
gorgeous. I think she's gorgeous.
Gabori Sidibe.
There's a few people out there who are huge and cute, I think.
Well, she's cute. That Sidibe girl.
She's cute.
I think she's cute,
I mean,
too.
I can't think off the top of my head, but give me time.
There's not that many. I have news for you. I mean, really, it's not exactly like you can
Gertrude Stein was gorgeous and huge.
If you like a woman who looks like a man.
I do sometimes. Depends on the woman who looks like a man.
Which is worse, a woman who looks like a man or a man who looks like a woman?
Which is worse? Wait a second. Qualify that for a second, Ms. Behar.
In terms of a couture.
I don't know. There isn't anything bad anymore.
I happen to like not butch, I don't know, like Katharine Hepburnish. I like that look
Me
on
too.
a woman.
I do too.
What's her name has that, that girl in Orlando. What's her name?
Who? I don't know.
The one who played Orlando. What's her name?
Oh, yeah, Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton.
There are a lot of models now who are sort of androgynous like that, who I love.
But don't you think Kate Moss is too skinny? I saw a picture of her. She's too thin.
I haven't seen her in a long time. There are a lot of girls that are thin, but there's a whole new bunch of models who look right to me. You know, they don't look too thin.
Like who?
I'm happy to say. There's a girl called Catherine O'Neill, who's a big girl, and she just doesn't care. You know,
she doesn't care?
She loses bookings because she gains weight, and I think that's fabulous. There's a girl called Doutzen who's hefty and gorgeous, just healthy, beautiful girl. But
so you don't have to be skinny anymore to be a model?
Well, no, you don't. You don't have to be skinny. Are you thinking, you're having second, it's a little, what?
Me?
Off the topic. It's off the topic. Because you can't really speak as much as you speak if you're a model. See, I'm trying to, like, catch up with myself here. You talk too much for a model.
I do talk too much for a model.
Yeah,
I think too much, maybe, too. But they're not, the girls who are models, they need to, like, center themselves out there because I think it's hard work.
Yes, you're absolutely right. It's also, it's hard work to be the right kind of presence. You know, it's like if you're too much, then you don't belong showing clothes. And if you're not enough, then no one's looking. You just look, they look through you. Do you know what I mean? You have to be just enough to be a model.
What do you think about Lady Gaga's thing? She's got lots of costumes.
I love her. I love Lady Gaga. Don't you? I mean,
yes,
what's not to
she's
love?
very talented.
I also love how dark she is. She's very, very dark if you listen to the words in her songs, right? She's dark and scary and just what we need, obviously, or else we wouldn't make her this huge, giant star, you know?
Well, it seems to me that today's stars, music stars, have to have talent and they have to have a look.
Yeah.
It's a whole package, you know? I don't think Barbra Streisand, who had a look.
Yes, she did.
But she didn't have a crazy look. She just had her own look.
You know, if you want to go back to Lady Gaga for a second, I think that maybe now as we go forward, her face will emerge more. I need to know what she actually looks like.
Well, she's always covering her face.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You know, at this point, she could be sending people out to do the Lady Gaga thing while she's lounging at home. You know, it's like, seriously, it could be like a lot of Lady Gaga sort of stand-ins. Well, I think we need to see her face just a little bit more now. I would like to see her actual face, you know?
I would too.
I want to scrub that girl a little bit. But I do love and adore Lady Gaga. I think she's significantly
But you know
fabulous.
what? I don't think she really needs all of that, the stuff around her. I think she's good enough.
You know what? It works, it works,
so much work.
It works. And it's work, but I think we are fascinated by it. But I would just like to see a little bit of bare bones, kind of acoustic. Let's say an acoustical Lady Gaga.
Now, you know, you designed Michelle Obama's dress for the State of the Union. Was that a challenge for you to design that for the First Lady?
Let me just say one thing. You know, like, I didn't design that dress for the First Lady. She picked it from different things. She works with different stylists, and she shops, and she loves clothes. And she's worn my clothes before, and it's the greatest, greatest, greatest compliment. And honestly, I was very pleased with what she looked like that night. And I thought that she looked perfectly, how can I put this, bipartisan or something?
She looked bipartisan?
She did, didn't she? She looked like she was reaching across the aisle in that dress.
Okay.
How does that grab you?
It grabs me. I mean, I don't know if it looked bipartisan.
Well, no, it looks kind of purple, which is a good color for one thing, right?
Purple is neither red nor blue. Oh, isn't that clever?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
I got you.
That's the new. It's like you can't. Like that's the new word for purple, bipartisan.
I love that.
Right?
Stay
it's like
right there.
Not French fries. Not purple.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Don't go away. I want to ask you also about Susan Boyle. I want to ask you about her. And her look. We'll be back with more from Isaac Mizrahi. I'm back with the fabulous fashion designer, Isaac Mizrahi. Isaac, what do you think about plastic surgery in the industry?
Well, I am not a plastic surgery fan, I have to say that. I've said it before, and I've taken a lot of flack for saying it, but I find it like, well, first of all, people who have plastic surgery who expect that they're putting one over on me.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, you walk into a room, you know, that's done, this is done, this is done, this is done. I remember a long time ago, I had this thing with a model who I cast in my fashion show. And she came in, and it was like, when did she become, you know, a triple D cup? You know, she was...
Oh, that kind of plastic surgery.
Yeah, well, she had that kind of plastic surgery. And she said, and after the fitting, which I kind of did and refit everything, she took me inside. She said, I have a little something to tell you, a secret to tell you. And I was like, a secret? You're going to tell me that you went from like being the flattest chested girl to being extremely, you know, big chested. So I thought it was like a slap in the face. It was like, you know, sometimes I take it as an offensive thing. It's like, oh, I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I think it's much more interesting to see people age, you know.
Naturally?
Naturally. I really do.
Good luck with that.
I know. Good luck. I mean, you know, honestly, I guess that I have my work cut out for me.
I would never get plastic surgery, but I believe in a couple of Botox shots.
Do you have Botox?
Yeah,
you do?
Of course. You have to get these lines out because you look like you're frowning.
No, you're right. You're right. And they say that if you Botox that and you stop frowning, you will feel less frowny and more happy. That's what they say about this.
Right. Anyway, Botox is now indicated for migraine headaches, people, as I read recently. So,
but I think it's poison. I'm sorry, I'm going to go on the record.
Well,
I think that if you do that to your face, it's poison.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
And that to your body, I don't know. I find that like sort of misogynistic. I do. I just don't like it. I don't like implants and things like that.
Okay, now let's talk about Susan Boyle. She's on the cover of People magazine talking about the pressures of fame. Now, the woman came into the business looking like she did, as we recall. And that's why I think she caused such a stir. I think that if she were beautiful, she might not have. And now they're trying to fix her. What do you think about all of that?
Well, I mean, can I just really level with you?
Yes.
I don't find her singing that terrific. Is that a terrible thing to say?
Not at all. Of course not.
I mean,
Say what you
I
want.
would care more about what she looked like if I loved her singing. I don't love her singing. I thought it was ordinary. That's not what you're supposed to say about Susan Boyle. You're supposed to say, oh, hooray for her, you know.
Say whatever you want.
I'm sorry. I don't have to say hooray for her.
This is a different show. Yeah, we don't like the politically correct here. Somebody wants to know on Twitter, if you were going to give me a makeup, where would you start? Makeover, where would you start?
Makeover? Well, I love the way you look. You look exactly the same as you've looked for about 1,000 years,
And
right?
I'd like to thank Dr. Brandt.
No, you look exactly the same. And I love a bar eyelash. You know what I would do?
A bar eyelash?
You have a little fake eyelash on top, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you want like heavier bottom lashes. Maybe you want to add some mascara to the bottom lashes.
I don't know if I could open my eyes. It'd be so heavy. What about the outfit? Okay.
I like it's black. I mean,
it's not Sicilian Widow?
No, it's painting everything out. You just want to paint it out, so this is important, right?
Okay, that's true.
Seriously, you do. You have the headlights. We call these
headlights. Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you so much, Isaac, for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.